Hello everybody, this is Tim, and this is a package sent to me by Azirk83 or Aaron. And I have to do a bit of an introduction first. My wife actually had to open this package because the post office guy, the mail guy, decided to leave it on top of my mailbox. Granted, it wouldn't have fit in my mailbox, but there was other places that he could have put it so that it wouldn't get wet. And we had a horrendous downpour, I guess maybe 10 minutes after he dropped off the package. So needless to say, the package got really wet. My wife came home from work, saw the package in the rain, brought it inside, and she decided that she would have to open it up while I was at work to make sure that the stuff inside didn't get wet. So thankfully the stuff inside didn't get wet because she did that. I will put her video that she made, because she knew that I was supposed to open this up on YouTube, at the very end of this. Just for completeness sake. But she let the box dry, and then she put the stuff back in the box. And then she said, okay, so you can do your normal video. So here's the package. It's really sort of messed up because of the water. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, the first thing I see is the Arthurian Companion, 2nd edition. And it looks like this was put out by Green Knight Publishing. That's interesting. And I know that they put out the Pendragon RPG, at least the one that I have anyway. This looks really cool. It looks like it has sort of an alphabetical listing of characters and perhaps places in the Arthurian legends. This could be pretty cool. In the back of my head, I've always kind of wanted to run a King Arthur game, campaign. That's mainly why I picked up the Pendragon RPG when I saw it at a used bookstore. But this is really cool. This looks like I'll actually learn a little bit, because I'm really not that well familiar with Arthurian legend other than the movies and such that I've read. I think I read Morte Arthur, the poem, at least part of it. I don't think I've actually read the whole thing. But thanks, Aaron. That looks really cool. Next one, I Am Legend. It's a novel by Richard Matheson. And I know they did a movie about this. I think they did an older movie about this as well. But this is cool. I think it's about the last man standing and a bunch of vampires. I've never read it, so that'll be cool. I do like to read some vampire fiction from now and then, every once in a while. Okay, next one. The Skeptic's Guide to Conspiracies. And on the front, it has sort of this writing or type, and then it has like red marker. So from the Knights Templar to the JFK assassination, uncovering the real truth, someone wrote it in a red pen, behind the world's most controversial is scratched out, and it says covered up conspiracy theories. And it's by Monty Cook. This looks fun. With a discriminating eye, serial rationalist Monty Cook takes on the world's weirdest and wackiest conspiracy theories, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are no more than paranoid collusion. What's nice about conspiracy theories, and really anything in life, is that you can take them and put them in RPG campaign, put them in a setting, use them. You're really only limited by your imagination. And there have been some conspiracy theories. I think Bland Humanoid, that's artist, he made me think about that too, where he's saying, use whatever you want, man. I enjoy a good conspiracy theory, especially if it creeps me out. It's like, wow, I hope that's not true, because then I can, it's just if I ever use that in a game, it'll be kind of neat. All right, the next thing. Stars Without Number, science fiction role-playing game. Now I've heard about this because it's more of in the old school vein, more like classic Dungeons and Dragons and such. I know Aaron just did a First Thoughts video on this. It's nice and hardback. I didn't expect it to be hardback. This is the only thing that I knew was coming, but this is really neat. This kind of game seems to me like it'd be cool to run like a space opera. I don't know if it can do hard sci-fi. It probably can. It kind of sounds that way. Stars Without Number is a retro-inspired science fiction role-playing game influenced by the old school Renaissance. Contents are compatible with most old-school clones and are designed to be easily imported to your own favorite gaming system. In addition to a complete pre-made stellar sector, Stars Without Number offers GMs and players the tools to create their own sandbox-style adventures in the far future. Thanks, Aaron. Sounds pretty cool. I'll have to give that a read-through. What a good time. All right, the next one. Encounter Critical, a science fiction fantasy role-playing game. Tiny little digest-sized book. It's pretty thin. Looks like, I don't know. Don't seem to see page numbers, but it seems pretty small and rules light. I do like that. Everyone should know. Quest into the slaver kingdoms or hurl yourselves into the galaxies of space to find wealth and destiny. Your tactics and your character are yours to control as you undertake Encounter Critical. Huh. Yeah, this looks pretty neat. It's a small little book, small little RPG. See some charts. See some little scribbled little drawings everywhere. This looks kind of neat. I'll have to give that a look through. All right, the next thing is Prince Valiant, the storytelling game designed by Greg Stafford, and it's put out by Chaosium. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I remember Aaron doing a review of this where he talked about it has a really simple dice mechanic. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said he used coins, but I could be wrong. I remember thinking it sounded like a pretty interesting game when he was. The illustrations look really. I love good black and white illustrations, and this game seems to be pretty chock full of them, actually. Probably because they're probably from the Prince Valiant comic book. I think there's a comic series. Thanks, man. I'll have to give that another look through. All right, the next one is Dragons at Dawn by D.H. Boggs, the first fantasy game system. Huh. It says, welcome to Dave Arneson's basement. It's 1971, and you've been invited to play this cool new game. Dragons at Dawn is a retro tribute to the very first fantasy gaming system pioneered by Dave Arneson, the man who later went on to co-author the world's most popular role-playing game. The result of years of careful historical research, Dragons at Dawn is entirely consistent with Arneson's original, largely forgotten methods of play developed in 1970 to 1973. Huh. The history. Partly inspired by a horror movie marathon, Arneson sat down one weekend in December of 1970 and began the design of a castle and village, people with monsters and heroes, allowing the players to play either one. He thought it would be a fun challenge for his wargamers to adventure as individual warriors, wizards, and creatures of myth in a vast dungeon beneath the castle. His players loved the new game and clamored for more. There were no rules for this sort of thing, so Dave made them up, inventing things like character classes, ability scores, experience points, magic systems, alignments, and level advancement. Dragons at Dawn returns the players to the dawn of fantasy RPG gaming. Huh. This looks pretty fun. I definitely have been in more of an old school mood lately, so I'll just give a quick glance through here. Looks pretty simple, looks pretty old school. I'll definitely give that a whirl. Alright, looks like this is the last thing. It's called The Nameless City, and it's for Swords and Wizardry. It's Swords and Wizardry Complete or Core Rules Adventure from characters 7 through 10. The Nameless City. Enter the deadly city of the degenerated serpent people if you dare. This looks pretty cool. Got some illustrations, some dungeons. I like the paper this is made of. It's like really thick and sort of shiny paper. Seems pretty high quality. The Nameless City. That sounds interesting. I like a lot of the old school modules and such because you can really fit them in anywhere. Alright, I believe that is it for Aaron's package. Hopefully he will get my package. I sent a priority mail because I actually sent it a little bit late. Hopefully he gets it pretty soon. Thank you very much, Aaron, and I hope you enjoy your package. I hope you crap your pants. Alright, bye.
Hi, Tim's friends. This is his wife, and I think he's supposed to open this on YouTube, but unfortunately a storm came through and it got really, really wet while it was sitting on top of the mailbox, so I'm going to open it for him. You can see the water pooling up on the tape. Oh good, everything looks dry. I'll put it back.